The international community has praised Angola for the general elections and President João Lourenço for his re-election after the Constitutional Court validated the results on August 24th. For many, the fact that countries such as Spain and the US recognize the elections in Angola increases the credibility of the electoral process. The recognition of the international community came only to give the agreement of their representatives who are here in Angola and who watched in person and from eye to eye what happened in the polling stations. Angolan politologist Olívio Quilombo has a different understanding of events. We saw an electoral process that had an impasse, that had a dispute, and now it's in a post-electoral crisis because there is no legitimacy. There are those who do not accept the results, and with good reason, from the point of view of the observation of the facts presented. And therefore, no matter how much external recognition there is, it does not demand legitimacy. Another political analyst says that the country must now move forward, and President João Lourenço needs to bring down the unemployment rate. The country needs to move forward now. On the 15th, according to our legislation, the deputies must take office in the National Assembly. We advise the opposition parties to actually take office so that they can continue this fight in the National Assembly. The week started normally in Luanda, schools have reopened, and as one can register, the movement is completely normal. The only doubt lingering regarding the elections is whether on the 15th of September the opposition will agree to take office in Parliament.
In Africa's biggest economy and most populous country, collecting, sorting and recycling trash is despairingly rare. Some entrepreneurs are working hard to tackle the rubbish mountain despite the many challenges. Romco Metals started recycling aluminium at its factory outside Lagos in 2015, drawn by global demand for the light, strong and flexible metal.
It can be green and be industrial at the same time, right? So for example, inherently what we do here, recycling, is inherently green. We're saving 0.3, well, we're actually emitting 0.3 tons of carbon for every 1 ton of aluminium we're producing, right? So in comparison to primary, where it's 20 tons of carbon for every 1 ton of aluminium you're producing in a more, when you're using coal and more heavy industrial fossil fuel.
Buoyed by good results, it built a second facility outside Ghana's capital, Accra, and now plans to open at least 3 new plants across Africa and triple production by 2025.
So the plan is to obviously expand on our existing facilities, both here and in Ghana. And then after we've expanded on these facilities, or in tandem, pari passu to that, we will obviously be expanding and mushrooming out these plants to other parts of the continent. So we are looking at the east coast of Africa, we're looking at sort of middle belt, sub-Saharan, and on the west, we're only in 2
The British registered company Romco melts down and recycles around 1,500 tons of discarded aluminium per month out of a capacity of 3,000 tons. Only a tiny fraction of waste is recycled in Nigeria, a country of some 210 million consumers. Each year, Nigeria discards 200,000 tons of plastics into the Atlantic, the UN Industrial Development Organization reported last year.
William Samoei Ruto was welcomed to a whole audience of heads of state and governments in the Kasarani Stadium, Nairobi. The officials attended Tuesday the inauguration ceremony of Kenya's 5th president since independence. After serving as deputy president under Uhuru Kenyatta, Ruto took the oath for the top office.
Of the people of Kenya.
So help me God.
So help me God.
He swore to be faithful to the Republic of Kenya, protect and defend the Constitution and laws, and uphold the sovereignty, integrity and dignity of the people of Kenya. The 60,000-seat stadium was filled before dawn. Many spectators were clad in yellow, the color of Ruto's party, and waved Kenyan flags. All wanted to witness the moment the United Democratic Alliance candidate would officially be sworn in. However, the venue could not welcome everyone. Scores of people were crushed and injured as they forced their way into the stadium. Most of the wounded were rushed to Nairobi's main hospital.
Scores of people were injured this Tuesday as thousands of Kenyans forced their way into a stadium in the capital Nairobi to witness the inauguration of the new president, William Ruto. According to a local medic, at least 60 people were injured.
Fence fell down, it was pushed by some people, and about 60 people got injured. The number might be more. We had to treat some with minor injuries, and most of them were rushed to the main hospitals here in Nairobi.
There were also scuffles between the supporters of the new president and the security forces.
So we arrived here at around 7, but accidentally we find that the gate was closed. So the way I am now, it is not a matter of getting injured, but I was beaten thoroughly by the police after trying to get inside.
Ruto narrowly won the August 9 election in East Africa's most stable democracy over longtime opposition figure Raila Odinga. Last week, the Supreme Court rejected challenges to the official results. Thousands of Sudanese protesters took to the streets of the capital, Khartoum, on Tuesday to press demands for a return to civilian rule following a military coup last year. Many carried posters criticizing the military. A solution can only be reached by achieving our demands. We'll keep on protesting. There isn't a time frame for the revolution. Once you fulfill our demands, the demonstrations will stop. Sudan has been rocked by waves of demonstrations since the armed forces led by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan grabbed power in October last year. In July, Burhan pledged in a televised address to step aside and make way for Sudanese factions to agree on a civilian government. Civilian leaders, however, dismissed the move as a ruse.